Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I want to do a video here for you guys and talk about something that I haven't really seen anybody else talk about or mention. And it has a little bit to do about this right here. The production and the distribution of this product right here is the backbone of civilization going back millennia. Without the cultivation and the distribution and the use of this product, civilization would not be where it is. And current events are threatening that production and that distribution worldwide. So I figure it's important to talk about it. But how does that boil down to the average person, you and me? And I have made several both professional and informal observations over the years. I'm no expert in anything, but I have noticed these things and I have heard things mentioned in different circles. Like I said, both professionally and how do I want to say it? Informally, I guess, about wheat. And Michigan grows a lot of wheat, grows a lot of winter wheat. Winter wheat fields get planted in the fall around me, and they get harvested around July. And I know wheat farmers, and I actually get wheat from friends of mine. And a lot of that wheat gets distributed domestically for food production. And there's also a lot of mills in Michigan. Most people don't know that. Mills that process that wheat into usable flour of different varieties for different commercial applications. And this gets into where you factor into this. You're a average retail consumer of wheat products. You don't matter. You don't matter at all. You are at the very bottom of the list when it comes to importance with the production and the processing of that agricultural product. The 5 and 10 pound bags of flour that you buy at the grocery store are on the very bottom of the production list when it comes to the grand scheme of things. If there is a large disruption in the supply of wheat, the supply that does remain is going to go to the large commercial interests, to governments. They're going to go to everybody but you. They're going to go to everybody else except you. You are on the bottom of the chain. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about that when it comes to the supply chain and the distribution of goods. The commercial bakers, the people that are going to keep bread on the shelf in big urban centers, they are going to get the product first. You going up to your local grocery store and you going up to whatever, to your local Walmarts, to your local big box stores, that is all, you are all down on that list. If there's a big bread producing factory, they're going to get the product first. They're going to get flour before you're going to get flour. So, and a good sideline example of that is ammunition. I mean, ammunition, there's been ongoing ammunition problems for quite a few years already, and there's been a lot of changes in the commercial ammunition market in the last few years as well. That's a whole nother topic, but governments are going to get their ammunition, and municipalities are going to get their ammunition that they need for whatever and for training before you get anything. Okay? The guy standing at the gun shop wanting a box of ammunition is going to have the least amount of selection and the highest price because he doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, he doesn't matter. The same applies to flour and wheat or any other produced product that's out there. That product is going to go to the highest volume and where the powers that be think that it's going to do the most good for whatever reason, even though it doesn't do any good sometimes. The average retail person, the average retail consumer of many of the products that preppers put up, we're at the bottom of the food chain. And that's just another reason to prepare, to have some stuff set aside for when things go bad. And also, it is a good idea to decouple yourself, to disconnect yourself from that supply chain in any way, shape, or form possible. Whether it's a complete decoupling where you produce everything yourself, or back doors to that supply chain, like this wheat that I got from a friend of mine. And this old coffee grinder that I can use to grind that into a usable product for me and my family. Even though that coffee grinder is over 100 years old, that coffee grinder makes perfectly usable flour. So I don't want to do this video, and I don't want to say those things to demoralize anybody, but I think everybody out there needs to realize where they rank in the scheme of things, and it's not very high. Like I said, all the commercial bakeries, all the commercial users, all the 50-pound bags, 100-pound bags, totes of milled flour, they're going to go to everybody but you. You're going to maybe buy those particular products on a shelf that's already been processed, like a loaf of bread. But when it comes down to purchasing 5 and 10-pound bags of flour, you're not that important. And the same thing for small producers of, I know there's a lot of niche producers of flour and stuff too, and you always hear about them having hard times getting product. That's because they don't matter. They're just small fish in a big ocean. The big fish always get the most stuff first. The big cats always get the volume first. I remember when there used to be a bakery in every town, and in every other town there was a mill to mill flour. That's all gone. That stuff is all large commercial interests now, and large commercial interests serve themselves. So keep that in mind, guys. Now you know where you rank in the scheme of things, and like I said, something that isn't talked about very much, but I thought it was very important that everybody needs to know that. So if you didn't know that and you weren't aware of that, consider yourself informed. This is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. I just thought this was something that people needed to know about, and you guys take care of yourselves.